Okay, so Jim and I are out here working in our tomato patch. They've gotten out of control and we're trying to trim them and tie them back up and stuff. And I've been working along here and I got to this one, and I don't know, like a month ago or so, I used this string right here to tie them to the stakes. And as I was trimming and stuff, I got to here, and there is a stick tied into the string. And I asked Jim if he did that because I didn't do it. And he said he did not. So that means Bigfoot did this. It is tied on with a knot. And it looks like it's twisted a lot right there. And that is so cool. I wonder when they did that. They must have just sat here and done that while probably after I was working on stuff. So that is so cool. I love it. Okay, so I just woke up from a really long nap. I came out here. I guess it got windy while I was sleeping. But I looked out here and look what happened. They were up. They brought that ball back. That squishy ball that they took. Okay, I bought the cats a new toy, and they showed no interest in it. It's a little ball, it's fuzzy, and it has a bell in it. And so it's been here since 24th. I found that and I put it out last night beside that ball, and it's there. The ball's gone. Put it in the magnetic bowl, in that little metal bowl, and stuffed it in. I'm thinking probably because it was windy, so it wouldn't blow away. They stuffed it down in there. That's so funny. Pretty cool that they came up, and I love it. Okay, I'm going to get it out and tell them thanks for bringing it back. Thought I'd better show you this. Start pulling it out, and boy, is it stuffed in there hard. Yeah, I took a little pulling to get it out. See, it had a bell in it. Bet you that I like that. So I was just telling them thanks for bringing it back and stuff. Told them they could have kept it if they wanted to and stuff. And I started hearing a meow over this way. I was over there. By the porch. And I started hearing a meow. I came over here and it's coming from in the... You hear that? It's coming from inside. Hobo! What are you doing in there? What the heck? I think there is a hole back there somewhere that they might be able to get in, but did they put him in here? Why couldn't he get back out? That's some crazy stuff. So once again, look out, honey. Once again, make sure there ain't any Bigfoots in here. Go ahead, Hobo. You can go eat. Come on, buddy. So Hobo was up here maybe a few days ago. I can't remember exactly. Hadn't been here for a little while. He stayed. He usually, sometimes, well, after he was gone for that really long period, he came and ate and left. And then he came back, I think, and was here a short time and then left again. Well, the last time that he was here, he stayed a whole day and overnight and was here the next day. He wasn't in the garage. I let him out, made sure he was out so he could go home, and but he didn't. So I was like, buddy, you on a vacation or something? Shouldn't you go home? And it's like we know he's going to get in trouble if he stays too long. So he wasn't up for a few days, not even for any short periods. So anyways, that's what's going on with old Hobo here. And isn't it a coincidence that he just happened to come up when they came up and brought that back? What a coincidence. Okay, so Hobo's been here since yesterday at some point, and then he stayed overnight. We're still here this morning. Now, there has been a stick laying beside the porch, like up the steps right there. That stick was laying to the side. We had some wind and stuff. Jim comes out and he goes, he came outside and he went back in. He said, has there been a stick down at the bottom of the porch? Because I don't remember having to step over it like that. And I was like, yeah, there's been one down there and stuff. And so, you know, he went to bed and I came back. I came out to look to make sure. And I couldn't believe what I'm seeing here. They've taken a stick and arched it right at the bottom of the steps. And that is just so freaking cool. I can't even tell you. And they had to have just done this within the last, just this evening at some point. Jim and I were sitting on the back porch for quite a while. But before that, we had been outside. Neither one of us noticed this. They had to have done it just this evening. So they're probably up here, they're probably watching me and Hobo. Admiring their work. Yeah, that is just so cool. Wonder what it means. Well, you know what? In the woods, sometimes I've seen like what looks like doorways to areas that seem like it would be somewhere that they would hang out a lot. And that's like doorway to our house entrance, you know what I'm saying? So there could be a little correlation there. I don't want to move that. That's so awesome. I'll probably take that in at some point because we can't leave it there forever, but I love it. I just wanted to show you from like up here. Wish it wasn't dark out, but see how they got it. And it's right there. I am so happy that they're doing stuff again. Awesome. I just found something else. I was starting to walk around the house. Over there's the arch that they made. I wanted to walk around the house, see if there's anything else. And it's kind of hard to handle this camera and the light and everything. Right there. That. Doggone it. Oh, I went in too far. Just a second. Doggone it. Okay, that stick has been there, but it wasn't standing up like that. See how it's standing up? It's been there, but it was like laying with the big heavy top side down. See? It's not stuck in the ground, it's just been turned over, so it's standing up there like a tree. Would have been busy out here tonight. Just wanted to show you from over top of it. See? Maybe if it's still like this, I'll come back out tomorrow morning so you can see it better. Found this here, Jim. Did you put it there? Okay, so I was sitting here in my chair, holding Amy on my lap, and we were just sitting here. I think I had the TV on, and I heard something. It sounded like something either fell and hit the floor or something hit the house, like a little stone. So I sat here a little bit longer, and then I got up and I looked around on the floor and I didn't see anything. So I thought, I better go see if they like want me to come outside. So what I did was I went to the front porch and I looked and I didn't see anything. Then I made my way to the garage. Let me show you something here. Okay, so I opened the door and look who's greeting me at the back door. Sweet little Hobo. And so this is what I'm thinking. He had been here a lot over the last week, and it's kind of like he was really wanting to hang out. It's like he would leave and then he'd come back. He'd leave and he'd come back. And Jim and I were kind of joking about, we think he wants to be here, but he has to go back with them. And it's like he was giving him a hard time or something. Well, a couple days ago he left finally, and he didn't come back for about a day and a half till this morning. And there he is. And I think what I heard was them hitting the house to tell me he's here. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to get him some wet food, because he's always hungry when he shows up. And it's so crazy that they're letting me know, like, here he is, he's back, feed him. Guess it's our turn to have him for a little bit. See how long it lasts this time. I forgot to mention that when I was sitting there holding Amy and heard the stone, she heard it too, and she jerked her head and looked over there too. So it wasn't just me, she heard it too. So Hobo ate. It's been about 10 or 15 minutes and he's already gone. They must have been in a hurry for him to eat and go. That must be why they threw the rock, like, hey, feed him. We're in a hurry. Because I went all the way around the house. I don't see him. I looked on the front porch. He's gone. Okay, so I got this new chair here. Well, not a new chair, but cushion. And you see it's red. I haven't sat in it a lot because we usually sit on the back porch. However, Hobo loves to lay in this chair. And he was in here most of the night last night. And he's still here this morning. I opened the garage and he was ready to eat. I get up and I look out that window and I see this. There is a red flower dead center of the stool right next to the red chair. That flower came from those, and they fall down on the floor right here whenever they fall off. There is absolutely no way ever that went from up there clear over here and landed dead center in that chair. So that means the Bigfoots did it, and I think that is so awesome. They do that a lot. They will put things dead center of, especially they've done it for years in my chairs. I don't know exactly why they did this, but I have a feeling it has something to do with the red, which is beautiful. See how that's on red, or on tan next to the red, and it's just so pretty. And they just, I don't know, is it a thank you for helping take care of Hobo? Since, you know, and I talked to him last night. I told him goodnight and stuff before I went to bed. So I don't know. It's awesome though. I love it. Okay, there was something that I wasn't sure of last August 10th. This is the 15th, so 5 days ago. I wasn't sure about it. I took a picture, but I did not make a video. Now that I have found the flower on the stool, I'm pretty sure this was from the Bigfoots. So I took a picture, I just didn't make a video. So here's what I found. There were two leaves. One on the red chair and one on the green chair. It seemed super odd to me that they happened to just land there. And then they were almost in the same position. They were off center this time, but you see they're both to the left of center. So I thought at the time that's awfully odd, but I had a feeling that the Bigfoots did it, but I wasn't sure, so I didn't do a video. Now I'm more convinced that yes, it was them, since they're doing things like that on the front porch now. So that's cool. Okay, so I'm not sure if what I'm about to show you happened before or after this, but about an hour ago, I went and got my little cart, and I raked up piles of sticks all around the yard. Sticks and leaves and stuff. Okay? See, before that, Jim was on the back porch I went out. It's real nice out, and I thought I'm just going to clean up the yard. So I did. I went around the back. I brought it around that way. I did my work. Went back around. And I sat down. At that time, Jim was inside. I was sitting back there for quite a little bit. And then we were both just in the back. So then I came in. And I decided to get a shower. I went in and got my stuff, and I'm like, well, I went to get my stuff, and I said, I noticed this. I said, Jim, what's that on the table? He said, I don't know. I said, well, there's a leaf right in the middle. And he didn't put it there, and I didn't put it there, and it wasn't there earlier. It's right dead center, right on that little middle thing, that where the umbrella goes if you want to put an umbrella. How cool was that? So they just did this not long ago, and I don't know if it's because they saw me cleaning up or if it's just one of their things where they're saying hi or what. But I love it. I'm gonna take it in, put it with my collection. Okay, it's now 8:16. And when I made the last video, it was about 7:46. So right after that, I went in and got in the shower. Country boys sometimes come outside to take a whiz. And that's what Jim did. I was in the shower, he came out here and took a whiz right here. So he comes back in. As he's going by the bathroom, he says, I'm smelling that skunky smell, but not skunk. I said, really? So where is it? He couldn't tell where it was coming from. I said, did it happen? Did you smell it before or after you took a whiz? He said, after. I said, oh. So what I think that could possibly mean is whenever animals pee, sometimes it's to mark a territory. So I'm thinking they might think that he is marking territory, which they know it's his place, and he takes whizzes like all the time. But if they were nearby, I'm wondering if it just made them release that smell, like a chemical reaction to like marking territory. So I find that really interesting. And they must have been real close. I would say over here somewhere. So I wanted to get out here sooner, but I was in the shower, so it took me a little bit to get back out here. And so I don't smell it. So it went away that quick. So, interesting stuff. Also, just to mention, I wanted to say that it's a pretty strange coincidence that I knew they had just been up on the porch, and then Jim smelled them. And so they had to be close by, and that tells me that for sure that was them that took the thing up on the porch. So it all fits. Okay, so this is Thursday. Last night was whenever I made the videos about Jim smelling the skunky smell and all that stuff. So I got to continue the story. After I made those videos and stuff, I ran inside and I got my thermal, and it was dark by then, and Hobo went and sat on the bench over there. And the thing that we've noticed is that he will go and sit on that bench when it gets dark and kind of look off into the brush. We think he's looking for his Bigfoot owner. I don't know what else to call it. So I had my thermal and I'm like, I put the battery in. I tried to turn it on and record. It wouldn't record. Could not get it to come on and record. So I had to go inside, get out the manual, make sure I was doing everything right, which I was. I had to take the battery back out, put it back in, and restart it. And then it was working. So I come out here and Hobo's gone. That's where he likes to sleep most of the time. And they put that red flower right in front of that spot. So I don't know if that's what it meant or not, but I just wanted to show you. That is where he likes to lay. And whenever they put the red flower on there, on the stool, that blanket wasn't there. So it was red. And he kind of snagged my cushion, so I decided to make him a bed with the blanket to protect the cushion. Okay, so I just woke up and I'm on my way out the door here to check things, and I noticed that laying on the landing here is the letter G, which belongs up there, and I have no idea how that would have gotten clear over there by just it being knocked off. So, and it wasn't there last night. So I'm wondering if the Bigfoot put that there. I'll put it back and see what happens. It would have had to have happened this morning because we locked up last night when we went in. Okay, that's all so far. Okay, so I just came in and have been talking to Jim about the G on the landing. And he said when he went out this morning to open up the garage, it was there. And the cats were not inside the garage, they were out. Jim locked up last night. I usually lock up. He said he does not remember unlocking the door that goes to the porch to open everything up. So he's not sure that he locked it last night. He may have just closed the door. So that would have explained the G not being there last night, because Jim noticed it this morning too. So possibly what happened is they opened the door, messed around, put that down there on the floor, and then closed the door again.